Last year alone, global investors poured more than $70 billion into India. Think about that for a second. Not millions, not even billions, tens of billions. And these aren't small bets. Companies like Google, Apple, Microsoft, Tesla suppliers, and even some of Saudi Arabia's biggest investment funds are positioning themselves for one thing: India's future. Yeah, but here's the real question: why India? Why not China? Why not America? And why should you care, even if you live thousands of miles away? Because what is happening right now could become the biggest economic shift of the next decade. And it has already begun. For years, experts kept repeating one word: demographics. But forget the complicated economics. Here's what it actually means. Imagine a country with more than 1.4 billion people. Now imagine that almost half of them are under the age of 28. That's around 700 million young people. Not just young, ambitious, connected, hungry to build better lives. They want smartphones, cars, homes, businesses, investments, and opportunities their parents never had. That alone would get investors excited, but that's only the beginning. 10 years ago, smartphones were still a luxury for many Indians. Today, they're everywhere. Hundreds of millions of people came online in just a single decade. And once people connect to the internet, everything changes. They shop, they learn, they start businesses, they consume content, they create wealth. India didn't just join the digital age, it built its own digital ecosystem. One of the best examples is its payment system, a system so efficient and scalable that countries around the world have started studying it. Today, a tea seller in a small town can accept digital payments from hundreds of customers every day, something that would have sounded impossible not long. Think about what investors see when they look at this: hundreds of millions of new consumers, hundreds of millions of new workers, hundreds of millions of people entering the modern economy. That's not just growth, that's a once in a generation opportunity. But then something even bigger happened. For nearly 3 decades, China was the factory of the world. If you bought a phone, a laptop, a television, or even a toy, there was a good chance it came from China. Companies loved it until they started getting nervous. Supply chain disruptions, trade tensions, political uncertainty. Suddenly, relying on a single country felt risky. The world's largest corporations needed a backup plan. Not a small backup, a massive one. A country large enough to absorb factories, workers, and production on a global scale. There weren't many options. In fact, there was really only one: India. Apple has been rapidly expanding production in India. Samsung has built some of its largest manufacturing operations there. Global companies across electronics, automobiles, pharmaceuticals, and renewable energy are following the same path. This isn't just diversification, it's a historic realignment. Experts believe trillions of dollars worth of manufacturing activity could shift across Asia over the next decade. And India is expected to capture a huge share of it. If that happens, the impact will be enormous. But manufacturing alone doesn't explain the story. The real surprise is how quickly India has been transforming itself. A decade ago, major infrastructure projects often moved painfully slowly. Today, highways are expanding at a pace that would have seemed impossible. New airports are opening, ports are growing, railways are modernizing, solar farms are spreading across the country. High speed internet now reaches places that were once completely disconnected. Entire regions are becoming part of the modern economy. And infrastructure creates a powerful chain reaction. Better roads mean faster transport. Faster transport means lower costs. Lower costs attract businesses. Businesses create jobs. Jobs create consumers. And consumers fuel growth. It's a cycle investors love. Then there's another factor that's impossible to ignore: talent. Every year, India produces millions of graduates, engineers, developers, scientists, entrepreneurs. Many of the people building the world's future technology already come from India. But here's the advantage: the cost is dramatically lower than in many Western countries. A highly skilled engineer can cost a fraction of what a similar employee might cost in Silicon Valley. That doesn't just save money, it allows companies to scale faster, build faster, and innovate faster. When investors look at India, they see something extremely rare: a huge market, a young workforce, growing infrastructure, increasing digital adoption, and competitive costs. Finding all of those advantages in one country is incredibly difficult. But let's be realistic: India's story isn't perfect. Millions of people still face poverty. Infrastructure gaps still exist. Regulations can still be frustrating. Bureaucracy hasn't disappeared. Challenges remain. And they are significant. But investors don't look for perfection. They look for probability. They ask one simple question: where's the best place to be over the next 10 years? And more of them are arriving at the same answer: India. While many major economies are slowing down, India continues to expand. While populations are aging across much of the developed world, India remains remarkably young. While growth becomes harder to find elsewhere, India still has enormous room to grow. That's why the world's biggest investors are paying attention. They're not betting on what India is today. They're betting on what India could become. And if they're right, the phones you use, the apps you download, the electric vehicles you drive, the products you buy every day. A growing number of them may be designed, built, or powered by India. The bet has already been placed. Billions of dollars are moving, factories are being built, infrastructure is expanding, and the momentum is getting stronger every year. The only question left is this: will India actually become the next economic superpower, or is the world being too optimistic? Let me know what you think in the comments, because one thing is certain: the world is watching, and India's story is only getting started.